Hello guys, welcome to 3D Home, and in today's tutorial I'll be showing you guys something very interesting. Okay, all right, so on this little duplex, this one you're seeing, I'm going to be showing you guys how to cut section. Okay, how to cut section, and also the things you need to do while drawing your sections. Okay, so first thing, after getting your building, the next thing is getting your section line and then running it through the building. So now click on the floor plan. Make sure you're on your floor plan. Okay, this is our ground floor actually. Okay, make sure you're on floor plan, and then the next thing you need to do is go all the way to make sure you're under viewpoint. Okay, under viewpoint you see elevation here. This one now is section 2, so click on this section 2. All right, click on the section 2, and everything I'm going to be doing today, believe me, we're going to be doing it together. All right, so for every single line I'm going to be drawing, it's going to be the two of us working everything together. So pay close attention. I'm not going to be too fast and I'm not going to be too slow, so the video don't get so the video don't get too long. All right, but I'm going to try as much as possible to make sure that I carry everyone along watching this tutorial. So now let's proceed. So after picking the section line, which is under this viewpoint, okay, click on viewpoint, then select section tool. Okay, so it depends actually on the Archicad you're using, but most of them, or should I say the majority of them, you see the section line under viewpoint. Okay, make sure you select your section line, and then now click on the part you want to cut. Okay, the first one we're going to be cutting this longer side, which is the vertical one, and we need to touch this staircase. Okay, we need to touch the staircase so we can actually show how the staircase is going. All right, so I'm going to click outside from this point 1, draw it all the way to this other side, that's 2, and then the next one. Now if you see this arrow, I've not clicked anywhere again. I only clicked the first part and then the second part now, and then now it's asking us, do we want to view this other side or we're trying to view this other side? That's why you see this little arrow. Let me zoom in. You can see the arrow anywhere I move my cursor, this black arrow you're seeing is always turning to that side. Okay, so now I want us to view this other side, okay, which is this right hand side. So I'll move my arrow to this side and then click at the right hand side. You can see now that we have the view arrow showing towards this other direction. Okay, and as soon as possible, as soon as you do that, you're going to see that your section, okay, you're going to see that your section line, okay, is going to actually show when we click on this one. First of all, right click on this, okay, and click on open with current view settings. Let's see. So now you can see our section view. Okay, you can see our section view, but after this there's a lot of little work to be done. All right, and we're going to do this together. All right, we're going to do this together. So now, from your section actually depends on the floor plan. Okay, that's your walls inside. Everything actually depends on what you have. So from here now you can see we don't have any slab all the way to this side, and we don't have any other one from here to this side. So that means here is a double volume. If you check your if you check this floor plan, this ground floor, you can see all the way up. This, you can see that the only thing we have here is just the living room and the kitchen and the other things. And if you check the second floor, you can see that we have a void here. So that means here is double volume. There's no slab here. Our slab is only from this part to this side. But since we are cutting through a staircase, remember that there's not going to be a slab here. Okay, we're not gonna have a slab here. It's only from this part. You can see where the slab is now. Okay, so that means the only side we're going to see the slab is only this part. This is the only place we're going to see slab. But had it been our line is this section line is inside this bedroom area, so that means all this slab holding this these pieces, all right, all this one's going to show. So that means we're gonna have a long slab all the way to this side. So if you check the section now, see the section is showing now. This is what I was saying. If you click on this section now, you can see that this is the only part we are seeing that particular thing. Okay, this is the only part we're seeing it. And then from this other side, since we are not cutting through this other one, that's why you can see that the hashings are not showing. These concrete finishes here are not showing. Okay, so let's proceed to some of the adjustment. So the first thing we need to be working on now is the foundation. Okay, let's start from the foundation. and then we start like this and then keep going up all the way to our roof. God will help us. So it's not that difficult, but we need to carry ourselves along. Okay, so now let us extend this thing down. Okay, so we have enough space to work on this one. If you want them to be aligned, always hold down your shift and then hold down your shift, and once you click, you drag, you hold down shift, click. Okay, so let's do this together. So now the next thing is foundation. But before then, I would like us to have a white background instead of just this. I think it would be nice for us to have white background. So come to your section view here, right click on section settings. Okay, once you click on section settings, let's see what can we do here. What can we do? Fill, under fill, let's see, uniform surface. Let's see if uniform surface is gonna work. Nope, we don't want this. Under our section, okay, we don't want uniform. Let's see. Under okay. Let's see, transparency. Don't want this. Sound. Don't want this. And under uncut fill, let's say can we use nothing? Uniform pen color. Yep. Under this uncut fill, select uniform pen color, which is this one, uniform pen color. Okay, and click OK. So this is what we want. All right, this is what we want, and this is actually concrete. Okay, this one we're seeing, this is a column actually, but if you check your 3D, the plan, you see that we are not actually touching. Let's go back to ground floor. Oh, we are cutting through this column. Yeah, we are cutting through this column. That's why you're seeing on the section, that's why you're seeing that this one is hashed actually, because it's casted. So here it's hashed. So we're going to leave it like this. All right, we're going to leave this one like this. But if you don't want to work on this, you can just shift the line in a little bit. So you see that this hash will not be showing. So now let's do some major adjustment. Just for clarification, if you want to change this thing, if you want to change this one, if you want to change it from normal color to black and white, like to this transparent one, always come to your section view, right click, and then click on section settings. You see this uncut element. Okay, under uncut element, you see uncut fill. So click on this one and select this uniform pen color fill. You can see that the color fill, uniform pen, you can see that the color fill is non-shaded. Okay, once you click on that, you click OK to now open. All right, so let's proceed. Yeah, let's proceed. And now another important, let's check our roof setting. It's on this one. Let's change it back to this and change this one to 25. Okay, that's the roof thickness. We are changing it to 25. So this is the roof thickness now, so that it will enable us, that it will give us more space to work on the roof carcass. But when we get here, we'll do the adjustment together. Okay, but for now, let's leave it like this. Like I said, the foundation is what we're going to be working on. So now, most times what I do is, instead of stretching this one all the way back, I just believe let's use something new. Okay, so that will be fast and not making corrections that are going to affect our 3D, because anything we adjust here now is going to affect the 3D. It's going to come out on the 3D, and we don't want to rework on this 3D again. Let's say we are done with our 3D model. Okay, so now all we need is just 2D. It's 2D work we are doing. That section is 2D, so we just need let's use normal materials to do that. Okay, so the first thing is, for us to draw this one, we're going to be using more of this fill tool. Okay, so we click on fill tool, and then let's click from here. Make sure it's on this triangular. Okay, to this part. This is concrete, this is also concrete, so let's leave it at this point. to this part. So we're going to be doing it like this. So you click this one, expand it a little to this other side where this one is. But mind you, section, our DPC always come all the way to this casting comes all the way from, like, it's inside the wall. So the first wall is down, this one is on the DPC, the slab is on this wall, then this other one is placed on this slab. So make sure you draw it all the way to this other side. And then now we don't want to be having plenty colors, so we'll just select this one once. Why is it double clicking? Okay, we'll select this one once, then click inside. Let's see if we can change the line. Okay. First of all, let's change the fill first. Let's change the fill. So before I change the fill, click on it like this. Okay. Click on it. Let's change the line first. Sorry, let's change it to black. So select this one. We'll click on this first one, change it to black. The reason why you're seeing this green is because it's highlighted. Okay, once you click outside, you can see that this is black now. So we'll click on this one now, and then let's change the fill. Please, you need to take note of this. Okay, most times you see it like, you tend to see the fill like this, and if it's like this, if it's on this cut fill, if you click here, you are not going to see a lot of options, like a lot of things like earth. You struggle to see some of those things here. Okay, though there's still earth here, but there are some things you can't see, like stones. You have to like struggle to see some of those ones you want to use. Okay, but one of the ways you can get that easily, if you want to have plenty options, let's say you can just select this drafting fill. Okay, click on the drafting fill. Once you click here, now you can see that we have a lot of them. Okay, drafting fill. So for this one now, we're going to be using concrete. All right, concrete. So once you highlight it, once you click on it, go inside here. Let's look for concrete. This one is structural concrete. This is what we'll be using. Click on structural concrete. You can see that this thing is filled now. Okay, it's filled. And if you don't like this color inside, I think there's a way we can change it to black. Yes, this one. You can change it from here to any other color. If you select yellow now or orange, that's the color we're going to see inside here. If you don't like this one, just still click on it, go inside, click on this one, change it to black if it's black that you want. Okay, or you can choose any other color. So let's go with this black and see alpha. So this is black. And then the next thing we're going to be doing now is, let's work on the hardcores. Okay, let's work on hardcores. So now we'll be selecting this. Don't forget, we are not choosing much other things. We are just using this fill tool to create them. Okay, so let's click from here to here, from here to here. And another way is, instead of doing them one by one, you can just click on the fill, then you do the settings. Hardcore, let's use gravel. I think there's this gravel that we can use here. That one seems to come out, like, seems to represent what we want. Okay, seems to represent what we want. Where is gravel? Where are you, Mr. Man? Okay, look at gravel here. So select this gravel, and what we do now is just click from here to here, from here to here. Okay, and from here to here. Yup, you can see that we are done with this one now. All right, so the next thing we'll be doing now is, let's extend our footing. Though there's something you need to note for structural work, right? For structural work, most times, or let's say all the times, because your foundation actually depends on what the structural engineer is going to give to you. Okay, so you can't just decide that I want to use strip on this foundation without the structural engineer specifications. All right, so for this drawing, let's just use strip. We're assuming structural engineer gave us strip foundation to use. Okay, so we're going to be using strip here. Okay, and don't forget, foundation actually depends on the first of all, the strength of the soil. Secondly, yeah, it's from there that the structural engineer. So you can't just come up with foundation, it has to be from a structural engineer. All right, so let's proceed. Look at the way I'm advertising structural engineers. So now let's proceed. what we're doing now is, let's just come up with the foundation footing. It's not going to be that deep, just going to be something simple. Let's say from here to here, but this time around we're changing this one. Instead of this, we might be using don't forget, this block inside the ground is gonna be hollow block filled with weak concrete, and most times the way we represent that is like this is how we represent it: hollow block filled with weak concrete. Let me check the name of this so you can easily get that. Concrete block. Okay, just search for concrete block. The representation there is fine, so this is what we're using. Okay, so you can click on this, just go inside, and let's change it to black. Black comes out very well. First, like let's change this one to black, and then okay. But for me, I like thick lines, so most time I like to use thick lines to make the graphics come out very well. So what I will do right now is, I'm going to change one of those lines to something that I can be using. So what I will do now is, let's do it together. You click on option, then select under this element attribute, click on pen and color. Yeah, pen and color. Just click on pen and color. So we're selecting one of the colors. So let's make use of this last one. Okay, so we'll click on this last one and then change this figure from 13. Let's change it to 75, since it's still black and it's black color I want to use there. Then instead of clicking OK, I'll click on set as. This is 03 architecturals 100 copy, and I'll just say store, replace, yes, okay, yes. So that's it. So what will happen now is, I'll click on this one. All right, once I click on this one, I will now go all the way to these settings, click here. Instead of using this one, I will now use this one. Yeah, it's gonna work. And then click OK. You can see now that this one is thick. It's thicker now. Okay, it's thicker, so it makes my work come out very well. And then for this foundation too, I'll do the same thing. I'll go all the way inside, change it to this one. So this one now is like a line width offset that I'll be using. Okay, you can see that the graphic is coming out well now. So for these other ones, I can just decide to finish it and then copy all of them, or I can do one after the other. But for us to be fast, I think we should just do them, or we should just do one and then copy. So what will happen now is, I'll copy this one, take it all the way down. Okay, I need to give a space here for like expansion joint. This is too long. Let me reduce it a bit to this side. Yep. And then I'll add the footing. Remember, footing is let's say for the footing is like 3 times of the thickness of that wall. Okay, so here is 225, so I'm going to do 225 here, 225 this side, and then 225 this side, and I'll just pick this my fill tool. From here I'll click 675, that's 225 times 2, times 3 rather, times, I'll add 225 thickness. So you can see I cannot delete these lines if I don't want them. And for the thickness, remember this is concrete now, okay, so it's not going to be hardcore. So what I'm going to do now is, I will change this one. I'm going to change this one from this to structural concrete. I'll click OK, but I need to change the outside thickness, the line weight thickness. So I'll click here and I'll select, I'll click on this one and select this one that I have, this custom one that we have. So now the next thing I'm going to do now is, I'll click on this and click on this and click on this one, and then Control G is group. Okay, so I've grouped all these ones. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to pick this one, tap Control will give us a plus sign. I'm pointing as if you're seeing what I'm pointing. But you can see the plus sign. Here is showing, right? If I click Control now again, you can see that plus sign is gone. Once I click Control again, the plus sign is out. So now I'll just click on this one. Please, you need patience, okay, if you're working on section, because I need to explain it like this in detail, so you get everything once and for all. Okay, that's why I'm not being too fast. So now the same thing, but for this other one, since it's concrete, I'm not going to be going that deep. I'm not going to go that deep, so I'm just I'm going to take this one a bit down. Remember, anything I do now is going to affect our 3D. So instead of me doing it that way, I think I'll just go with the fill tool again. We're going to be using fill for almost everything now. So what I'm going to do now, I'll remove it from this rectangular. I'll pick single one. So I'll take this one in, okay, all the way to this side, to here. I'll take this one up to here, to this side, and to this side, and to this side. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'll change this one to structural concrete. All right, this one to structural concrete. And the next thing is, don't forget they're all together. Okay, we are cutting through it, so it's not far, it's in the same line. So the thickness too has to be deep, like has to be something that is showing, okay, because they are all on the same place. And for this one, yeah, I think we need to extend this one down a little bit, because it has to be on the ground too. So now the basket for this actually is also based on the specification, but let's go with 600. Let's go with 600 by 600, and then the depth is going to be 225. So what will happen now is I'll pick here, use this rectangular, click from here, move it all the way to this side, and then press my tab twice and type in 225. That's if that's okay. It all depends on what they give us. So now I'm going to take out these first lines, change this one to, from gravel, I'll change it to structural concrete. Click inside, go all the way inside and change the thickness. So this is our line. Please try not to fast forward this thing, okay, so you don't miss out on any of those things. And the section can take time sometimes. So you can see that we're almost done with the foundation, okay, almost done with the foundation. So the next thing we need to do now is we need to click on we need to draw a line. We need to draw a line for our ground level, okay. So pick a line. This time around I'm going to be selecting this same line, this one with thickness, and I'm going to draw a line from here to this side. Is on this single line, okay, to this side. I'll drop it and draw another line from here to this side, and I'll drop it. So you can see that this is where our ground level starts from, and down here is our footings and the rest. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is I'll pick the same fill tool. Let's see how we can work around this. I'll pick the same fill tool, move from here. Nope, make sure it's on this polygonal, okay. It has to be single. Let's see what we can do. We want to draw Earth actually, okay. I want to draw Earth. So like I said, we're doing this together. Let's see if we can easily cough out this, else it's going to affect everywhere. Or is there a way we can do this without going all the way in? Let's try something together, okay. I'll pick a normal line, and I'll pick a normal thickness. I'll draw from here to here. Let's start from inside and see. From here to here. I'll draw from here again to here. From here to here. And do we have a line here? Yes, we do. Now let's select this line. Oh, sorry. Normal line, okay, but this time around is going to be this chained one. Let's try to do something and see if this is going to come out well. If it doesn't work, we use another method, okay. Now we'll click OK. Now I'm trying to see if we can get the inside working. So we'll click on fill tool, hold down our spacebar button, and there's something we need to do that's very important, else we are going to cover this down one. As you can see, the down one is gone. So we need to do something real fast. So we'll pick the same line, okay, the chain line. Let's see if this is going to work. If it works, so thank God. If it doesn't work, then we'll find another way around. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. It's still not working, so we need to find another way. I think we'll copy this one. Let's copy this one out. Okay, let's copy this out, and then let's fill in this one. Now we're going to change this from this to don't mind this line that you're seeing. Sorry, let me remove it so it will not confuse you. Yeah, this is the only thing we need, but make sure you have a copy of this outside. Okay, if you have different foundation, maybe 3 different types, just copy those 3 different types downward. I'm looking for a way it can be easier for us. So click on your fill, press and hold down your spacebar button and click inside. Now click on this one. Let's change the material by changing this one now to earth. Look at earth here. So this is earth. This will be using, and this one, it will be nice if this one is black. Okay, if the material is black. Okay, or let's reduce this to like gray. All right, so now this one, let's make this one, earth color, kind of. So can we use this? Okay, and now let's see if our trick actually work. So we're taking this one from here to here. Okay, to here rather. So here, it worked though. Thank goodness. So this one to this part, this one to this part, this one. Yeah, that's all. Okay. Why I did this actually is for us to be able to have the earth on its own and this other one in front. Okay. So you can see that we're having this section line now, and it's cool. And then the next thing now is, you can see we're done with foundation already. Okay. So the next thing we're going to be working on now is what we need to be working on now is these walls, the inner walls. Okay, the inner walls. So for our staircase, the first flight is by this side, and this other one is the second flight. Is there a way we can work on this? This thing has to be on. Let's move this 100. If you see, if your furnitures are suspending, okay, and you want them to come, to the first level, make sure you take out this 100 that is here, this bottom and top. Remove this 100 to make it 0. Okay, and click outside. You can see that it's well placed now on the floor. All right. Now for this other one, let's see if we can change this color to black. This one to black. Okay. All right. This one now is working. So now we only have this down wall, only one wall here. This side is double volume, so we don't have much to do here, except for the lintel. We need to show the lintel height here. So we'll be clicking on this, and we'll select. We'll be selecting structural concrete. All right. For the settings, we change this one. Sorry, this is the color, the outline color to black. Okay, I'm changing everything to black, and then now it's going to be 225. Sorry, select this one, please. Okay, now it's going to be 225 by, that's you click on your on your tab. You click on your tab. Can you imagine, this is escaping my head. You click on your tab, then you type in 225 again. So we have this one now. So this one is representing our concrete, sorry, our lintel. Okay, and it still depends on what your structural engineers have there. Okay, so now let's change it to vertical line. Nope, not the inside, please. It should be the outer line. This one is cool, by the way. And we can still have the same thing up here. You can copy, right? Copy by clicking on Control to have a copy of it. And then let's shift this inside a little. And then now let's take this one all the way to this side. Yep, we also have a lintel here. No, there's a beam here. Okay, so I think we are done with this one for now. We don't have much to do here. Yeah, for the door too. For the door. We need to take this one all the way to this place and click OK. Alright, so now the next thing we need to do is, what's next? Just the name. Because here now, yeah, from this point, I think we need to extend this one a little bit to the front. So we can have our handrail there, okay? Our handrail. So this one needs to come front a bit. Yeah, so our handrail can be on it. So now click on handrail. So horizontal design. Click on this little arrow. Select the type of handrail we want to use. Let's use this one. Okay, and we'll click from here to here. Click OK. Okay, what are we missing? Let's check the interior. What are we missing? It's coming out actually. Look at our handrail. What are you doing up here? So let's take this one. Now we can actually shift this even through section, okay? Because if you check your section now, this is the handrail, so you can, let's shift it down. Okay, shift it down. So this is our handrail. And if you don't want this one, this little one you're seeing, let me show you in the 3D. If you don't want this other line, this hand you're seeing here, if you don't want this hand, how to remove it is, select the handrail, click on this setting dialogs, come all the way to this segment. This is it, this one. So click on it and then click on minus, then click OK. It will go. Alright, so this is it. This is a little duplex. Okay, let's just go out first. Still on section. So you can see that these are just the little basic things we need to do. And for these ones, if in case you're wondering how to change, these things are transparent. This glass is showing the inside, it's showing the other window. Let's see if we can close here. Alright, under, you can see transparency. We don't want to untick this and click OK. You can see those ones are gone now. Alright, and for the doors, once you click on all the doors, let's say we want to change them to normal, maybe black. Let's see, how do we do that? Click here, under model attribute, let's change this one to black, change this one to black. Let's see if it's gonna work. It's working. Okay, so how I did this is, let me show you again. Select all the doors, go into setting dialogs, then click on this little arrow. Under these things you're seeing, just click on this little arrow. You see the first model attribute. We have 3 model attributes here. This is the first one, first model attribute. This is the second one, model attribute. This is the third one, model attribute. But the first one, which is the upper one, this one, click on it. That's where you change all these ones to the color you want. Alright. Why is my voice going down? Alright. So the next thing we need to do now, this actually is slant roof. And this kind of, the more the span, the more the height should be. Okay, that's the more the angle should be higher. Okay, so we'll just try and see how we can manage this one. See how we can manage this one. See how we can manage this one. So the first thing we need to be doing now is, we don't actually have much to do now again. Let's just write the name and let's quickly do something together. Click on text and let's say living room. Sorry, living room for this. Okay, all the way. And for this one, let's say staircase. let's say staircase for here. Then nothing much, and we can say dining for this one. Yup, dining. Yeah, let's say dining for this one. Nothing much. So now let's just quickly look on the roof. Okay, this actually there's something I want you to take note of. Okay, for, let's say it's wooden material we're using, like wooden carcass. Okay, you need to take note of something. Okay, first thing is, let's work on the rafter. Okay, but we can still come back and adjust that. So let's come to rafter. Don't forget, our headroom is always, we try our best not to go below 3 meters, and even if we go, it shouldn't be less than 2.7 sometimes. So let's see, 3 meters. This is 3 meters exactly on this line. Okay, on this line. So that means anything we are doing, we shouldn't exceed it that much. So we need to click on, you either increase the height of the building or you reduce the headroom a little, but it's always advisable to have the headroom that complete. So we are going to be working on the rafter now. Let's say 150. Let's say the thickness should be let's say 150. Oh, I forgot to do something. I'm actually supposed to click on tab to bring it all the way. I want to point with my hand again. To bring it, you can see the first dimension, which is the length, and then the other dimension, which is the depth or the height, is showing. Okay, you can see the arrows there. So first of all, the one that is, the blue is thick, the one that is bold, that's the one you're working on, you're typing. So I need to click on tab to shift it to the down one. Once I click on tab, just watch. You can see it's on the down one now, so that's where I'll be typing the thickness or the height. 150. Okay, so this is the 150 now, which is this one, and I can decide to thicken this line. I decide to thick this line based on our settings. Okay, based on our settings. And then now you see why this one has to go up a little, well, because we need to take this one up a little. It's almost coming up to this other side, but it's still inside the roof shaft. So now let's draw our, no, this one needs to come inside a little, inside the wall a little. Yeah, and then this one just here is fine. It's fine. And then now let's draw from here. Let's make this one 100. Okay, 100. Okay, and most times the offset is always 1 2 sorry, it's always 1 2 by 1 2, that's center to center. Okay, and mind you, sometimes based on the building you're working on, most times your carcass design comes from a structural engineer. Okay, but we don't want to tell you that, okay, since we're using steel, this is the type of steel we're going to use, this is how it's going to be. But as an architect, you need to know what you guys are doing. You need to have a clue of what you're working on. Okay, but for a detailed design, it comes from a structural engineer. Okay, so now let's offset center to center. Let's see what they give or what we are proposing. Let's see 1.2 by 1.2 center to center. So let's say this is wooden, and that's what we'll be doing, 1.2 by 1.2. So we'll click on this one, multiply. Let's just multiply them, and we'll click here and type in 1200. So we'll just bring them all the way to this side. Okay, so this one now we need to do now is to copy this. Sorry, we'll copy this. Instead of bringing, let's also do the same thing. We'll click here. This is our pin post, or king post rather. We'll bring it to this part and click once. It will keep coming out. Nope, but this thing is not aligned, so we need to find a way. Let's get the first one correct, and then the remaining one, let's do the array. Okay, we click it here, middle, and the rest will follow, and they're all actually going up this way. Let's start amending these ones. Okay, can we trim this? Only with suspension, I guess. Yeah, only with suspension. Let's first of all align them down. And in case you're wondering, what's suspension? What's suspension? Why is it calling suspension? What is it suspending? Don't worry. Let me take this one down first. Let's take this down, and then I will show you what's suspension. Okay. If something is grouped, let's say just the way these lines are together, are married together, and you want to put asunder. Okay, you want to separate them. Okay, let's say the way they are married together, I want to separate them. So what you're going to do is click on this suspension. This, anything you group, if you want to access that thing, there must be you must click on suspension so you can have access to that thing. Just like Corel, we can use Corel to access corpus. So now click on suspension once, and then click here. Now we are deleting these ones because we don't need them. It's actually because of that suspension. Oh, you need to know how I'm deleting this. So once I click on suspension, you can see that I can click this thing one after the other. One after, I can even delete them one after the other. But if it's still on, if it's outside suspension, even these ones you're seeing, you can't touch them. You can't touch them. So now you need to be on suspension. Then I can hold on control once. I'll press and hold my control once. Then this cursor will change to scissors. You can see that it's showing scissors. See scissors. So now I can be removing all these ones that I don't like. But before then, we still have work to do. This one I'm trimming this without drawing our rafter. That means we still have work to do. A little work, nothing much. So now, the next thing we should be doing after this one, after this one, we need to draw our rafter. Okay, we need to draw a rafter. Let's say 150. Our rafter is 150, and yeah, so our rafter is 150, and we also have our strut. But before rafter, sorry, there's something important we need to do. Before rafter, you need your poline. Okay, poline is 75 by 50. So let's press our 50 now, and then from this 50, that's when we'll type in rafter. Be 100 or 150, anyone based on the specification or the wood you're getting. So now I'm using this space we are having here is so all these ones now have to go. All these ones you're seeing have to go. That's what I'm saying. We're supposed to even remove sorry, I'll be very fast about it. Instead of even going all the way inside, why not just cut these ones and delete the other ones? So now I'll just remove these ones. Don't forget, we still have, that's why most people don't like sections. Like most architects don't like sections because it's always taking time somehow. It's not always sweet to draw sections. I don't know about you watching. Please, if you like section, just drop it on the comment section. Tell me you like section. Let's see how many we're going to have. I love section. And if you don't like section, still comment. Tell us that you don't like section. Just tell us you don't like section. So let's see how many we have. So now we're deleting these ones. These ones have to go. Yeah, these ones have to go. And then our strut. Remember, we have our poline space. We have our rafter. So this one's our gimbal, but we need struts to help brace the building. So it will be like this, from here to here, 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 and from here to here. We are still not done, so I don't feel like we are done already, but we are almost done, sha. So let's take out this line. So now we need to be offsetting this. So either 100 or 50, all depends on what you want. But let's go with 50. Let's go with 50. Let's go with 50. Let's go with 50. 50. Oh, sorry. We need to tap Control once, okay, to have the copy. Let's say 50. 50. Is it 50 I'm typing? Yes, 50. Oh, 50 is small actually. 50. Let's use 100, please. 50 is too small. Let's say 100. 100. 100. Always tap Control to have a copy of the line you're copying, else the entire line will move to the new position, to your new offset rather. So 100 again, 100 again. So we'll be expanding this one and deleting this other one. Now we're deleting all these ones now. We're deleting all these ones. Why is my voice going down? Alright. I cannot be tired. Let's just try and make it work, okay? So we are done. And are we done? Yes, we are done, but left with one thing. That thing is, please don't go yet. It's very, very important. That line is from here to here. What I'm showing you actually is like a detail section, okay? Detail section. If you don't want to do it, you can still ignore these things. Maybe show them on your details, on your write-up. But it's always good to show them. So we offset 50 for the polyline space. Then the width or the thickness, yeah, the width actually is 75. Okay, it's 75. And most times it's always like this. It's always like this most time section. So let me quickly add the name so that you see what we are doing. Okay, so now okay, so here are the text actually. Here are the text. Style step title finish it. So this one is going to be long span. This one should be long span. I think long span. Okay, and alright. So let's just let's assign them to their let's assign them more. We can just wrap up this, okay? Can wrap up this. This one is this. This one is gimbal, so we can just pick anyone from here. Okay. Can pick anyone from here. Join this. Hardwood polyline. 50 polyline. So just take this one from here to here. Please, you need patience, okay? I just have to finish it so that it's for our own good. Okay, for our own good. So let me just quickly, you can detail it like this, or you just draw single line and align everything. If you don't want to go through the stress of picking them one after the other. Okay, let's do this one for the up one, and then the other one I'll show you what to do again if you don't want it to be like that. If you want to be fast, or let me just do it that way. If you want to be fast, you can do it like this. If you want to be fast, just draw one line, just one line. Okay, draw the other one to this side, and maybe draw another one here. That's all for this one. I know nobody likes stress, so so let's go with that one. So you draw another line here. Then pick one all the way from maybe here, just anywhere. Just draw it inside here, bring it out from here to here. But I like changing their colors so that they will look different. Okay, so they will look different. Let's see, red color, maybe red color. Let's just go with this one. So I like to, bit like this. So we are done, except for, I'm sorry, I need to show you this. It's important. Except for the dimensions. Okay, and decide to change your dimension by yourself. Okay, decide to change your dimension by yourself. Okay, let's pick this other one, and from here to here. So, and the grid lines, So now let's add one thick line here for the ceiling. Okay, for the ceiling. So we are done. Okay, so this is how to model your section in Archicad. You can see that if you check your 3D now, nothing happens to your 3D. Like nothing, we didn't touch anything. We only use our fill tool to draw most of the lines there. So everything is still intact. Okay, so this is your section view. All right, so thank you for your time. Thank you for staying up till this level. Okay, up to this time. That shows that you actually have zero to learn. It's not easy actually to sit down and get some things done. So thank you once again for your time, and if you have any other question, okay, if you have any other question on how any other thing regarding this Archicad, maybe on section or on roof plan, just drop the question. Okay, drop the question. I'm actually back fully now by the grace of God. Though my system had one or two challenges then that I couldn't post online. I couldn't like shoot new tutorials because of the nature of the work then. So, but I'm fully back now by the grace of God. We're going to be seeing new tutorials, and God will help us. We'll all learn together. Thank you once again for your time. Don't mind my mic, it's the only way I see of the best way to hang the mic. See you on the next tutorial.